Today's the day. I have to move this 55-gallon tank, which at this point, with sand and rock and water and everything else in it, weighs about 600 or 700 pounds. So how do you move a 700-pound aquarium? Well, obviously you got to get some of the water out. What I'm going to do is, I have a 20-gallon Brute trash can that has a lid. I'm going to take 20 gallons of the water that's in here that's already got beneficial bacteria in it, and I'm going to put that, a power head, my heater, my rock, my pump, and as far as my pump, my filter, all the fish, all the snails, all the crabs are all going to go in that 120 gallon. The heater will keep the temperature right, the power head will keep the water moving, and that way we can keep all the beneficial bacteria on the rock and in the filter. Now, with the rest of the water that's in here, it should be about another 30 gallons approximately. I'm just going to put that down the sink. The reason I'm going to do that is because I have another 20 gallons of freshly mixed salt water that has the perfect salinity that's ready to go. So whenever I bring the tank back, I'll add my beneficial water first, let that settle, and then I'll add my 20 gallons of freshly made salt water. What that's going to do is basically be like doing a water change. So I'll have all fresh water in the tank. As long as the fish doesn't get too stressed out from the move, we should have no problems. So I'm going to attempt to video most of what I'm doing so you guys can see. I'm going to drain the tank, I'm going to move everything, that way you guys have an idea of how this stuff works. You know, obviously, eventually you're going to have to move your tank, whether you're moving to a new house, you're moving to a new apartment, you're having floors put in like I am, so I have to get this out of the living room. Something's going to come up where the tank has to move. Maybe you're getting a new tank. So it's good to have a plan. Like I said, I've already got water set up to replace water. I've already got a place to put all the fish. I've already got a plan. It's always, you have to have a plan when you're going to do something like this. Because if you don't have a plan, something can always go wrong. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and see if we can record me doing this. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave them below as always. We'll see you next time. First thing I'm going to do is start transferring the water. I'm going to do that with the power head that I have. And we have talked about this in the past. It's in here, and I use it for mixing my salt water. I know you really can't see that, but there is a power head in there running and mixing the salt water and keeping the flow going. So that power head is going to come out of there, and then I will run the tubing with the power head from there all the way into here and start filling the water. Okay, now as you can see, I've got my pump in here. I've got my hose running to where I'm starting to put my water. I'm going to plug that in, and that's going to start pulling water out. Now, you don't have to put your pump all the way at the bottom because, like, obviously I'm only taking out 20 gallons of water, so that's probably even almost too low. But, you know, I'll turn it off as soon as it gets to where it needs to be as far as the water being full. Just thought I'd mention while I'm doing this, it is a great time to clean off stuff that's been in there. So you can see that this power head's got lots of nasty, icky, gross stuff on it. I know that's beneficial bacteria, but at the same time it does give you an opportunity to take some things out of the tank and clean them that might need a little bit of maintenance. I've only been running the pump for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, and it's almost got as much water out of it as it's probably going to get. Let's see. Yeah, see, we are, I don't know if you guys can see that, but we are almost full. The line's right about there. So check back in with you in a minute. Okay, so as you can see, I'm running the rest of the water outside, and I have successfully transferred fish, rock, snails, crabs, one power head, one heater, and the filter. And it will stay running, and that will work for the next 2 days while we're getting the floor put in, and then I'll be putting everything back where it goes. We'll see you next time.